one. You can't have one.
You can't.
Unless you work on it. Unless you really work on it.
I mean, and that's
every day.
I mean, that's climbing a mountain every day.
Yeah.
That's climbing a mountain because you're literally shooting in the dark.
But eventually that mountain becomes, that mountain gets easier.
It does.
The more you, let's go back to sports, the more you build that muscle, which is muscle memory.
Yeah.
You don't have to, it's automatic. So I don't have to think about being what I want my higher self, because I just am my higher self. And I'm just that all the time. So yeah, that's the thing about relationships, and then that's the thing about if you can see it, you can be it.
Yep.
But that's if you can see it. Shit,
that's if you can see it.
Because most of our people,
knowing that it's an option to see it.
Exactly.
Like the guys we just left there at the prison. Like the fact that a couple of them was asking, well, so it's more than one type of investment account. Yes, guy. It's thousands. It's thousands. Like, I mean, just saying that, like, you wouldn't even know. Like, maybe
to even ask the question.
To even know that, to ask the question. Like,
yeah, that class we did today was great.
Yeah, it was
like,
great.
It was a great class.
It
put things in perspective. Like, it was like, man, all you have to do is show it to them.
Yeah.
And the question's gonna come.
They're gonna come.
They will.
Especially if what you're talking about is valuable. Oh, most definitely. I mean, because we could have been up there talking about.
They lost track of time. Time didn't even exist.
Time didn't exist. Right. Oh, time didn't exist in that moment.
Hey, if y'all don't know this, me and Josh have a back and forth argument. I say time doesn't exist in what it is, but Josh makes.
I wholeheartedly disagree.
Yeah, you do. But we not talking about that. But in that moment, time didn't even.
In that moment, time didn't exist. I'll give you that. In that vacuum, it didn't exist. I have to make so many concessions.
I know you do.
In that vacuum.
But I'm saying, like, that's the feeling that you can give. I experience that feeling every day. I told you, I live life like that. Like, every day, I'm late for things. Yeah. Not because I don't care about people's time. It's because sometimes, man, I would get in a space where, like that. Yeah. It's a meditative space that you create in that environment. And now the people in that environment feel it's like, damn, it's been 2 hours already.
Yeah, it's been 2.
Like, I literally did that.
We just got started.
Yeah. No. We
covered some stuff.
A lot.
We covered some stuff.
But time didn't really exist in that moment. Yeah. And you feel it. You feel it. You know when you like, man, we wasting time right now. But know it's like, dang.
Yeah.
We just spent 2 hours talking about this.
Yeah, talking about this, man.
So, and it's, I think I don't know, but what other topics you want to?
Topics, man. I don't know, man. Let's see what else been going on. Let's see. We talked about purpose. We talked about alignment.
Alignment is so important. I don't even know.
And just kind of touching bases back on alignment and your purpose not having to not having to be the same purpose as your spouse or your mate. A lot of times people think that's how it should be. If I'm in the realm of financial literacy, well, you need to be in the realm of financial. No. That's
a very, you putting people in a very difficult position.
Yeah.
Because in this with a relationship, I need to come to you 100% of my true self. Yep. You come to me with 100% of your true self. Yeah. Don't give me no 50-50 stuff, man. Yeah. I don't even like 50-50.
I'm not coming with 50.
I'm coming with 100. And now I'm coming with like 200.
Right.
Like I go up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It gets bigger.
Yeah. So the thing is like once you understand that I don't have to be you and you don't have to be me. Right. Be you.
Like I look at it like this, and that's why it makes so sense to me now. Is that because I used to be that person that thought, oh well, if she's in this industry, well, I need to be in this industry, or if I'm doing this, she need to be doing this, and it's not like that. I look at a good friend of mine. He told me to look at a clock. He said, "Is there just one wheel moving to move the hands on the clock, or is it a lot of different pieces?
It's a lot. That's good.
Huh?
That's good.
So you ain't just Okay, so if you take the smallest wheel that's in that clock and you move it, no, it will, because all of them are connected.
They connect. Got you. Yeah. Got you. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And so when he explained it to me like that, to where your spouse could be way over here doing something else,
but she still.
But long as she compliments you.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's all you need.
And a compliment isn't always like support is different.
Oh man, like, support comes in so many.
I don't think like I am so appreciative of my family.
Yeah.
And my girl, because she supports me. Yeah. Like, and support is not her coming all the time. Sometimes it's just staying at home.
Yeah.
And literally like getting on Facebook and watching my live videos. That's support.
That's support.
Or sometimes the support is you like my stuff, or you at home and you run out of finances at the house. That's support.
That's support.
Because I don't got to do that.
Or freaking just call it. Hey, how did it go today?
That's support.
I'm so proud of
it. It don't got to be big. It don't got to be this big action. Like, you don't got to buy me no goddamn flowers.
You ain't got to spend money.
You ain't got to do none of that. The support is just you saying, or simply saying, hey, babe, look, I ran you a bath water tonight. I know you worked.
I know you tired.
You worked a long time.
Yeah.
That's support.
That is.
And so once you get to that,
that's needed, man. Like, that's so important.
So man, it goes a long way. Like, if ladies, if you listening, if you wanna help a man get to the next level, support him. Like give him those positive taps. Now look, hold him accountable for the bullshit.
Hold him accountable,
but
hold him accountable. Like that's important. Don't fall for the okie doke. Yeah. So to speak. Don't enable them.
That's the difference.
There's a difference.
Support and enabling.
Supporting and enabling are two different things.
If you don't some bullshit, don't let that call that bullshit out. But if he really is out here putting in work, man, get behind him. And then also, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, this is one of my biggest downfalls, and I'm willing to admit this. I'm a workaholic.
Oh yeah.
And that could be another podcast.
Yeah. Because you can get addicted to the grind, man, and it can take over. It really can. Like,
it did me like that.
And before you know it, like, your whole life has become that one thing. And not to mention the other things that you have going on in your life.
That happened to me. That happened to me. It happened to me.
We'll talk about that on a different podcast. But I had to catch myself.
Yeah. We can definitely do a workaholic.
Yeah.
Podcast, because I can tell you, my dad is a workaholic. I learned this from my dad.
My dad is a workaholic.
My grandma worked. She worked my grandma has a sixth grade. She has a sixth grade education.
Yeah.
A third grade, one of the two. Yeah. She ain't got out of elementary.
She ain't got out of elementary.
My grandma was like she worked every day, bro. Like, she was a chef, but she wasn't like a trainer. She was a chef cook.
Yeah.
What you want to call them?
Yeah.
But her doing it every day, it compounded, and she eventually started being a kitchen manager. She was a kitchen manager everywhere she went. Yeah. She managed the whole kitchen or everything. But
that makes sense. Like, say she worked, 10 hours a day for 100 days.
You're not catching up.
You're not.
We talked about that today. You're not catching up. Like the people.
That kind of dedication and that kind of consistency, you're not catching up. That compounded interest is over with.
I have another guy who's in Mississippi, and he's becoming a speaker. He does a lot of public speaking too and financial literacy. He's just not getting started.
Yeah.
And I said, man, you got to get your reps in. Like, when you're talking to people, you got to get your reps in. Like, you have to get your reps in, because this stuff just don't come out without practice.
Yeah.
Like, we don't just show up we don't just show up to a podcast. Like, I probably got 100 reps in speaking already, and the podcast is just a platform.
It's just another presentation.
I think I hit my 300 number. Like,
for real?
300 mean like you start getting paid.
Yeah.
But I got paid like a 200. Like a 150. I started getting paid. But then like 300, like you pay.
So y'all know that really usually doesn't happen. Yeah, you usually start getting paid around 300.
I started getting paid around 150.
Kevin got paid at 150.
I did at 150 times speaking.
But but that speaks to the work ethic though. Because
gotta be dedicated.
I mean, you have to, because you got to give 100 for. Yeah, you got to give 100 every time in order to meet that kind of marker.
Yeah, you know what? And I don't want to brag, but I'm just saying, like, this. I don't know, like Kobe Bryant is one of my favorite players.
Yes, bro.
And people, they see it as arrogance. It's not arrogance, man. It's him knowing and believing in himself and knowing that he the shit.
I am.
If I shoot 100 shots, You better believe when I'm shooting the ball, I'm the shit. Like,
right.
Like, you have to see me. Like, I'm a killer. I'm killing you.
Come see me.
And then his killer instinct go with it. So not only is he the shit,
right.
but then he gonna kill you at the same time.
Kill you. Like, he gonna prove it. Not only am I gonna tell you, like, and that's what I like. I love talking about sports. My favorite sports, like,
I already know what's going on.
Idols: Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Larry Bird, Deion Sanders.
Oh, hey,
Look,
I gotta watch the 30 for 30.
So oh my God, the 30 for 30 on Deion.
I ain't saw it.
Oh my God, bro. Yeah, go watch that. Go watch that. These five people, man, they all shared that little innate energy about them that,
it's
like,
confidence.
I know that I've put X amount of hours in the gym.
Oh, yeah.
I've perfected my craft to a degree that I'm going to tell. See, this is what I loved about Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, they say, hey, I'm going to pump fake 2 times to the left. I'm going to go right, blow past you, and lay it up with my left hand. There's nothing that you can do about it. In the next 7 seconds, they pump left 2 times, blew past you on the right, and laid it up with their left hand. That kind of superior skill
to be able to do that,
like, to be able to
take work.
To tell you, hey,
take work.
This is the play that I'm running.
And this one, and what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do about it?
That's
exactly
that's that dog. That's that
exactly.
Dog.
Like, there's nothing that you can
do about
it.
Man, when you got that dog in you,
man, listen.
Ain't nobody.
Listen.
Nobody.
Look. I don't know, man. Like, when I'm diligently getting better at this. Right now, I usually hit this little level at about 3 days a week, where I'm just in that zone.
Yeah, I stay in that mud.
And see, so I'm in there 3. I want to push it. I want to push it to 5.
Do it.
Get it to 5. I want to push it to 6. 6 to 7. Once I master 7, do that consistently.
I had a question yesterday, and she was like, "How do you get discipline?" And I said, discipline is based on your daily habits.
Yep.
Like, your habits and your habits dictate your behavior. And that's it. Habits. Yeah. Your habit dictate your behavior dictates your discipline.
Yep.
And so if you have bad habits, you're gonna have bad behavior.
Yep.
And you're gonna have bad discipline.
You're gonna have bad discipline.
And it was like, well, how do I get this? By saying wake up at the same time every day.
Yep.
Start with that.
Start a routine. That's why I tell people, start a routine.
When you wake up in the morning, make up your bed. This is in a book called The Power of Habits.
Yeah.
It's a great book. One of my favorite books about habits. Have you read it before?
I think I have it. I haven't read it though.
The Power of Habits. It talks about. It goes deeper than what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But it teaches you to start those habits every single day, and eventually you'll look up, and you'll be like, dang, I've been doing this 5 days now.
Yep.
I've been waking up at 5 o'clock for 5 days.
Yep.
If I do it for 5,
I can do it for 6. Well,
and you just keep doing it, and it's consistency.
Yep.
Consistency. And so every day set a routine. Every day I wake up in the morning and I meditate.
Yeah.
For 10 to 20 minutes. Every morning.
They say it takes about 20. I think it's like 23 to 30 repetitions for things to become a habit.
Yep.
Unconditional habit. So I always tell people, since we're usually the people I talk to are millennials. We always have our phones. So I always say, like, make alarms.
Oh yeah.
Of every day of the week.
Yep.
At 5 o'clock every day, I need to get up.
Yeah,
at 2 o'clock every day. Yeah. At 2 o'clock every day, I need to read.
Yep.
Or at 3 o'clock every day, I need to, spend an hour researching the industry. Something, whatever your goal is. It's like, when you set those every day, you'll get used to it.
You will.
And so one day, you'll be able to cut off the alarms, and naturally, just innately in your head, you'll say, it's 2 o'clock, I need to read.
And you know what it gets so crazy? Eventually, you just start being it.
You're just being it.
Exactly. And now you made it to a level where you like this.
And that's what I'm saying. You gotta train that muscle memory. Muscle memory. So those alarms are really, and what I'm speaking to on the psychological level is classical conditioning.
The triggers.
It's your triggers. Ivan Pavlov, he had a famous experiment that he did with dogs, and what he did is he tracked. He noticed that when he rang a bell, the dogs would come running.
Yep.
Because that's how he would let them know that it was time to eat.
Mm-hmm.
He would ring a bell. It's like, okay, so every time I ring the bell, the dogs are gonna come. Now I wonder, if I can ring the bell and they don't get food, if I ring the